Okay, so we're called radical rest homes, and when they talk about like sticking on something until, until forever, I have to say that I've been working on this. I'm now into my 8th year of trying to get this damn thing off the ground. So it's true that you really do have to keep on something if you want it. Um, some of this we've already talked about, but why are people looking for new housing options? I think the main thing is that, as they said, 30% of your monthly income should be on your housing costs, and to buy a house, it should be 3 times your annual income. And what we're looking at right now is 42% of monthly income is being used for rent, and about 7 times your annual income. So it's just not working out these days. When it comes to seniors, seniors are looking for a new last chapter. We do not want any of these scenes that you see right here, which is like isolation and lonely, even if you're living in a residence. I mean, you're moving in with people that you don't know, and we saw from the pandemic, it's not even that safe anymore. So wait a minute, is that where I went? Yeah, okay. So what makes a real housing alternative for seniors? This is what we've been looking at for a really long time. We've decided that the place has to be run and managed by the people that live there. I mean, we're not dead yet. We're only in our 70s or 80s, and we know how to live. We know how to make decisions about our lifestyle. So we should be able to continue that kind of thing. A lot of the seniors that I talk to in our workshops want a multi-generational component. They do not want to live with just old people. It really brings down the energy that they are surrounded by. In our alternative, the residents look after each other with the help from friends, family, and the medical world. They're not just in there waiting for nurses and doctors to come and look after them. The care that they get emphasizes quality of life, not just treatment, a la, oh God, okay, now you can tell I'm a senior, by the way. I lose my words. Atul Gawande's book, he talked about this, how you want quality of life. You don't just want to get treated. They will be small group living, not institutionalized and not isolating, and we die in our own beds if possible. So what's unique about radical rest homes? We want to use existing buildings, not new construction. This particular house in Lachine is like perfect. It has like 7 or 8 bedrooms, about 5 bathrooms. It's a big open house. So we're looking for those kinds of buildings. They're going to be all co-living rentals. There'll be no equity needed so that it's affordable. It'll be small groups in a comfy atmosphere. The other thing that makes radical rest homes different from other senior living situations is we call them houses with purpose, which means that the group is chosen for shared values and interests. We're not just throwing, 6 seniors into a house and say, have a good time. We're actually looking at how do you match people? How can they, how can they want to live together? And since it's multi-generational, whoops, go back here. Since it's multi-generational, some of the residents will change for positive reasons, meaning that if there's a group of seniors that's living with, say, an immigrant family, they help that immigrant family get their lives together, and then they move on and another family comes in. So people are coming and going from the house for positive reasons. So what are the barriers to this kind of innovation, or why have we only talked for 7 years and are now only getting off the ground? So the biggest reason is that big senior housing developers do not want to lose market share. Seniors are increasing at an incredible rate. I think we're going to be 25% of the population by 2050, and they want that market. Government funds often go to large, look what we've done projects. So that's not a radical rest home either. I mean, there'll be lots of little ones, but they're not big and splashy. Affordable housing just plain is not profitable for investors. We've found that over and over again. And just having a good idea is not enough. You need financial support. So, but we finally got out of the starting gate this past spring, mostly because the pandemic showed flaws in the present system. We enrolled in a thing at Concordia called District 3, which really helped us pull our idea together and make it work. We were contacted by young community-minded real estate investors, which means that if you talk enough, sometimes it pays off. And then we received a grant from the Fondación Morella and Lino Saputo to help us actually get the program off the ground. So we are off to the races. The investors are willing to buy the first house. We're developing and designing the pilot project this year. We're going to choose and train and move the first group into their new home next spring. So our idea is to help everyone reimagine aging. That's us. So that's what we're doing. And it's going to be it's a big project. And we're just starting the research now. We're going to be talking to people actually internationally, people who have done innovative, affordable housing projects to find out what worked, what didn't work, how do you match people, how do you train people to live together who have only lived in nuclear families for a long time. So that's what we're getting off the ground right now. I will take questions.